Welcome, brothers and sisters, to today's Morning Heart Devotion. And to start, we'd like to offer greetings to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. 천징 참부님께 경배! 바로! And to lead us in the family pledge, I'd like to invite up Reverend Milhan Stevens.
가정맹세 1. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조의 상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과皇族권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조의 상인 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 천혜의국 시대를 맞이하여 절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상천국과 천상천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Thank you, Reverend Milhan. And to open us up in prayer, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Yoko Ngoma. So Yoko-san, if you can please unmute and offer your prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Please join me in prayer. 사랑하시는 하늘의 부모님, 승리하신 존재인 참 부모님, our dear heavenly parents and true parents, thank you so much for this new day, new month from you for us. I'm so grateful for this morning devotion, reading by Dr. Yong and preparing by all the morning devotion team. Because of morning devotion, we can receive God's words every day, every morning, and we can start new day, and we can offer our sincere devotion together with brothers and sisters. Our faith is not strong if we have to offer by ourselves morning devotion every day. It's not easy. Even we attend Sunday service, that's only once a week. We will forget your words in weekdays. Every day, you feed us spiritually, remind us every day, and naturally we can establish foundation faith centered on Dr. Yong with all the brothers and sisters. It's so precious, so grateful. That is how we can offer sincere devotion with small portion of responsibility. Yesterday, Dr. Yong was talking about without establishing foundation faith, we cannot establish foundation of substance. Sometimes or many times, we struggle with relationship with others, with family, with friends, with church members, co-workers, school teachers or friends around us, even struggle with in our environment. And we easily to blame others, blame environment. But now we know that was not problem, but problem was in me, with relationship with Heavenly Parent-child relationship. We didn't have enough strong relationship with you. That was a cause for all the problems. If we understand your heart, your trust in us, if you understand your words, what you want us to do, we have no problem with others, no problem in environment. Even though we can enjoy to be with others, we can enjoy in our all the environment. Heavenly Parent, now we are establishing foundation faith through morning devotion, through reading 1 hour EDP, or all Hondoke, all the conditions. That is for establishing foundation substance with others, with able. Before able, we deny ourselves, trying to remove our fallen natures, and before Cain, we stand able position, and then we try to let Cain remove their fallen natures. Our human love, human effort, human power has limited, but your love, your faith, there is no limited, unlimited. We want to connect ourselves with you, and we want to expand your love, your trust in all over the world through sincere devotion. We want to offer our sincere devotion that people cannot see, but you know what we are doing. We don't want to try to show what we are doing, but we want to establish trust relationship with you. We want you to trust us. We want to trust in you. We want to establish relationship, trust relationship with all the people. And through foundation faith, through foundation of substance, we want to establish foundation for the Messiah, for true parents. Heavenly Parent, we are so grateful for God's word. Morning devotion always remind us what we have to do. And we are so grateful for brothers and sisters. We can share God's words together and encourage each other, pray for each other. This is really one family under God. I'm so grateful for each of brothers and sisters. And I'm so grateful for Dr. Yong and Mrs. Yong and their family who sacrificed to give new life for us. Especially for elder members who sacrificed and who didn't have enough time to spend with their family. Because of their foundation, we are here. Now we are forgiven to spend time with family. But they couldn't. That's why we really want to raise our children very well. For them, for true parents. Please be with us, guide us. And then we have so much struggle, but we want to overcome together with all the brothers and sisters. Thank you so much. And then we want to offer all the good result, bring all the children back, all the members who left, all the members back to you, Heavenly Parent and true parents. And we want to make make you happy, make true parents happy, especially true mothers still working so hard for us. Every parent, we are not enough, but please be with us, guide us, and then we want to take our responsibility together. Thank you so much. I report this in our name, and then I want to report all the brothers and sisters' name, and together I report this in our name. 지선이보마 요코브리 센터 패밀리 아주.
Thank you, Yoko-chan, for your beautiful, sincere prayer. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you, Yoko-san, for opening us up with the beautiful prayer. And now we'd like to take this moment to share our appreciation and gratitude to one another. So if you're prompted to join a breakout, please click join. And if you're unable to at this time, please take this time to reflect and write your gratitude down. So let us go into our breakouts. And welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you had a wonderful time sharing your appreciation and gratitude with one another. And to share with the whole community first, I'd like to invite up the Hamasaka couple. So Mr. and Mrs. Hamasaka, if you can please unmute and share. Oh, Hamasaka couple, if you can please unmute at this time.
Yeah. First thing is, I am very grateful that I can see Yasutaka-san's very bright face. And also, I really look at the sky every morning. Although it's raining and dark this morning around 5:30, but I can see the moon. I can see, especially my favorite winter stars, the Orion. I am so grateful that Heavenly Parent made this endless universe, vast universe for me, for us. And I have 5 senses to see and listen and everything. Yeah, some people don't have that, but I am so grateful to Heavenly Parent. And I am so grateful today is my third son's birthday and his wife also in 3 days. So we welcome them to our house to have birthday party.
Wow.
So I'm grateful to Heavenly Parent, everything. Thank you.
Let's go to Mr. Mihoko.
My name is Hisanori. Okay. I am very grateful to meet with the branches of the United States and Dr. Yong Hejanim. Thank you.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you so much to the Hamasaka couple for that wonderful, beautiful sharing. And to share next, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Tomoko Watanabe. So Tomoko-san, if you can please unmute and share.
Okay, hi, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm grateful that joined the live morning devotion. I'm from the Oregon, and actually, I couldn't sleep because I talked with my daughter. That's why I can join to on time. Also, today I joined the Yasutaka-san's the breakout room. And suddenly, the Hamasaka-san's couple and the Yasutaka-san's, I felt suddenly, oh, today is a very lucky day. That's why I said to him, today is very lucky day. I got the lottery. Like I felt.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, that is honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
감사합니다, 도모코사. Now you are living in Oregon?
Yeah, my church is Oregon, and I'm living the Washington State side, Vancouver, Washington.
Oh, I see. What time is there now?
3:50.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Tomoko Watanabe. And then Hisako Watanabe-san, very happy to see your face as well. Thank you. 감사합니다.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that wonderful sharing, Tomoko-san. And of course, it was a great reminder for all the brothers and sisters joining 3-hour, 2-hour, 1-hour difference. Thank you for really making this, making it to Morning Heart Devotion. But now we want to really take this moment to prepare our hearts and our minds to be able to well receive our internal guidance for this morning, for Morning Heart Devotion from our Continental Director of North America, Dr. Chonshik Yong. Welcome, Dr. Yong.
안녕하세요. Good morning, good morning, my dear brothers and sisters, clergy and members of peace. 안녕하십니까? Yeah, today already October 1st. We are going to have tomorrow very, very big event centered on our New Jersey members. We are going to have the family reunion service. So far, already more than 700 people registered, and our goal is 800 people. I hope we can achieve the goal. Please pray for that. Today, I'd like to talk about the world peace and the role of the women too, from True Mother's Anthology, Volume 2. Let's study.
World peace and the role of women too. Look at the advanced countries of the world today: America, the European nations, and Japan. Who can stop the tide of sexual immorality and free sex, which is pouring in from all directions? Humankind, which fell and went to Satan's side, can be symbolized as wild olive trees. Fortunately, among them, God separated out some people to be wild olive trees in the realm of religion. They are the wild olive trees that belong to God, so God can freely dominate them. They were prepared so that at the coming of the Lord of the second advent, they could be separated easily and grafted all at once. At that time, the wild olive trees will become true olive trees and finally return to their original state. Therefore, people who believe in religion need to find the original true Father. This is because they were born without receiving the original seed of life from him. The ideal of goodness manifested by sons and daughters linked to the lineage of God, with true love as the center, could not be realized. Therefore, the Messiah has to come. The Messiah is a person who takes a bride to form a couple that stands in the position of the true parents. As true father and true mother, the true parents come, cast out Satan, and bear the serious responsibility of establishing the world of peace and the heavenly world of freedom and liberation. Of course, we need to define the image of the true man and also the images of the true mother, true wife, and true daughter. Moreover, we need to attend the true father who has established the tradition of historic worldwide victory, and the true mother who has become the worldwide victorious representative of women.
Look at the advanced countries of the world today: America, the European nation, and Japan. Who can stop the tide of sexual immorality and free sex, which is pouring in from all directions? Humankind, which fell and went to Satan's side, can be symbolized as wild olive trees. They were prepared so that at the coming of the Lord of the second advent, they could be separated easily and grafted all at once. At the time, the wild olive trees will become the true olive trees and finally return to their original state. The Messiah is a person who takes a bride to form a couple that stands in the position of the true parents. In the end, mankind, who are in the position of the wild olive trees, must be true parents, who are the true olive trees that bring God's lineage to this earth and receive, grafting. We should not just regard God as a transcendental being. This is very important. Many people do not understand who is God, but our true parents clearly explain the existence of God and also the identity of God. God is originally a being who is directly related to my lineage, not just a vague being anymore. God is my vertical true parents. Humans are originally a direct lineage of God and come from God's absolute sex. Is there an expression that is closer than this to further describe my relationship with God? Wow. This is the core of the original divine principle. God's yang and yin are each God's absolute sex. We are talking about the dual characteristics, right? I need to be born through God's absolute sex. God's absolute sex is the origin of my life, lineage, and love. It is my birthplace. Do not say just God created human being. In detail, actually we came from God's absolute sex. Therefore, God's absolute sex is the origin and my birthplace of my life and lineage and love. Wow, this is such a very clear explanation. The Messiah is the being who was born through directly receiving God's blood lineage. The Messiah is a unique being who has inherited God's absolute sex. God's absolute sex is not an ethics concept. God's absolute sex is God's organ of love, our birthplace. The blessing is a ceremony to be born into God's direct lineage through the true parents. Therefore, after inheriting God's absolute sex by receiving the blessing, fallen people must maintain absolute fidelity. In God's creation, absolute sex is the core. The fall is the lose absolute sex. And restoration is to restore absolute sex. Absolute sex is everything. That is because everything starts from here. True love, true life, true lineage, start from here. That's why, my brothers and sisters, what is the core of the original divine principle? There is absolute sex. Where do you come from? I came from God's absolute sex. God's absolute sex is my origin, my birthplace. This is very important, my brothers and sisters. If you really understand that point and then clearly understand God's identity, do not say, God, I believe in God, even though invisible, you are almighty God, omnipotent God. Yeah, that is true. But what's the real identity of God? Father, discover and clearly explain. God is, we came from God's absolute sex. And let's read Father's word.
God's absolute sex. Your sexual organs must become absolute, unique, unchanging, and eternal. Centering on these four attributes of God, you must go in search of God's love. Your sexual organs must be organs of love, organs of life, organs of lineage, and organs of conscience. This is the beginning of the nation and the beginning of the kingdom of heaven on earth and the kingdom of heaven in heaven. They do not begin from any other place.
True parent declaration of this absolute sex is a revolutionary proclamation that heaven and earth will be opened. It is important to know for sure that from absolute sex comes me and our descendant and our tribe, our nation and world, no matter how corrupt the world is. If we know the value of absolute sex and establish the order of absolute sex, we must know for sure that the kingdom of heaven on earth and the kingdom of heaven in heaven will start from there. We must clearly know that this absolute sex is the core of the original divine principle. living divine principle. Let's study again the root of sin. Let's study.
No one has known the root of sin. Christians, on the basis of the Bible, have held to a vague belief that Adam and Eve's eating the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil was the root of sin.
Yeah, divine principle said no one has known the root of sin. I can clearly say that because the author of this book is the very Messiah. Otherwise, how can say clearly with confidence, no one has known the root of sin. No one else but only the Messiah, that is the second advent of Christ, can solve the problems which all the four saints on the earth could not settle. Next.
Some Christians believe that the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil was the fruit of an actual tree, while others believe that the fruit is a symbol. There are differing interpretations without a complete explanation.
No one has revealed the human fall and the origin of good and evil. Next.
Many Christians to this day have thought that the fruit was that of an actual tree. But would God, the loving parent of humanity, make a tree which could cause the fall to look so attractive? Would he place it where his children could reach it so easily? Furthermore, in Matthew 15:11, Jesus said, "Not what goes into the mouth defiles a man, but what comes out of the mouth, this defiles a man."
That's true. Temptation from the fruit of the tree of the good and evil. Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. When a woman saw the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it, and she also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. The temptation from the fruit of the tree of the good and evil. First, it was good for food. It was pleasing to the eye. It was so desirable and easily get tempted without knowing. Do you think that is just only fruit itself? We need to really seriously think about it, right? What does it mean, the fruit of the knowledge of the good and evil? Clearly, our divine principle explain. And Matthew chapter 15, verses 7 to 20. Don't you see that whatever enters the mouth goes into the stomach and then out of the body? But the things that come out of the mouth come from the heart, and these make a man unclean. For out of the heart come evil thought, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, and false testimony, and slander. These are what make a man unclean, but eating with unwashed hands does not make him unclean. I want to explain, I want to more clear explanation from tomorrow. And let's study today's youth ministry, a lifestyle that makes me true. Let's study it.
My attitude towards my responsibility. We must precisely discern from good and evil. We must always be full of truth, and we must make good judgments. How do we do this? I need wisdom to know whether I should stick with the situation or know how to get through it. On the path of the heart, we must be well equipped with the abilities and skills to complete everything in the area of our responsibilities. Since my life depends on whether or not I fulfill the responsibilities given to me, I have to take responsibility for my realm of life. No matter what happens, you must fulfill your responsibilities persistently. Even if you're a little late, you should take responsibility earnestly. Don't think about depending on anyone. You need an active attitude with an ownership mindset and fulfill your responsibility with your own abilities and skills.
I think this content is a very important guidance. In our life of faith, we must always pray and offer sincere devotion and jeongseong and study the word so that we can correctly discern good and evil. Next, my attitude of heart should always be sincere in all things and relationship with people. I should always be abundant, in sincerity without any void in the heart. And it always takes prudence and wisdom to navigate the evil world. If you set your mind at rest and think centered on the flesh, even for a moment, Satan will immediately attack you. And in the era of your responsibility, you have to have the skills to fulfill them. If I fail the task given to me once, God's providence for me is extended to that extent. Therefore, to fulfill the responsibility assigned to me, I need a very active and voluntary ownership mindset. Don't focus on whether you do your responsibility easily or late. Even it is a little late, you should be very diligent and honest with your responsibilities. Do not think about depending on anyone. You need an active attitude with an ownership mindset and fulfill your responsibility with your own skills and abilities. Next.
Do I exist for time, or does time exist for me? We must abandon the notion and attitude of doing our responsibility according to the moment and the time. The first thing to think about is, does time exist for me, or do I exist for time? Therefore, you need to know well what level you are. I need to know what level of skill I have right now in a time like this. Time should be used for my growth. I should not chase after time or be dragged around by it. I should be the subject, not time. For example, if you go to college with just an external goal and go forward thinking that you will graduate by a certain time, it is easy to just go in an external direction. If you go forward like that, your life will be miserable.
Wow, this is really reflect on myself a lot. I truly understand what the meaning of the sincerity. One thing to be clear in our life of faith is to establish the concept of the subject and object in relation to my responsibility and time. The first thing to think about is whether time exists for me or I exist for time. Time should be used for my growth. I should not chase after time or be dragged around by it. I should be the subject, not time. For example, if you go to college with just an external goal and go forward thinking that you will graduate by a certain time, it is easy to just go in an external direction. No matter how many years it takes to study in college, I need to focus on what I will learn and go forward. But if I study just to graduate, my life will be miserable. That's why the content, sincerity, what really should I learn in the university or college? This is the important point. Oh, I need to finish within 3 years and 4 years and more faster way. The time is not the subject. how can I grow up? What should I learn? We need to focus on internal content, sincerity, honesty. That is the most important thing. Human being is very external. We always focus on external goal. And we are focused on time. Of course, time is important. We need to finish in time. However, which one should be the subject? Time need to exist for me, or I need to exist for the time? Everything need to focus on my own growth, right? My own growth. How can I become true man or true woman? If you just only focus on time and external, how many years I need to finish, that is the second thing. We need to put our sincerity first. What should I learn? What kind of person should be? How to apply my life through the learning in the college or university. That's the point. Next.
Be sincere to yourself. When you enter a university, it is not important when you graduate. You have to think about what you will learn and go forward, even if you flunk at school. If you have this determination, you may graduate a little later, but you can become more skilled. It doesn't matter in how many years you graduate. You have to think about what you are learning and how it will affect your life. How did you spend your high school years? If you graduated high school while cutting corners, you would have a hard time in college because you do not have your basic studies done properly. If a person enters a university without adequate basic skills, their life becomes pitiful. Therefore, you have to be sincere with yourself.
Be sincere to yourself. When you enter the university, it is not important when you graduate. You have to think about what you will learn and go forward, even if you flunk at school. If you have this determination, you may graduate a little later, but you can become more skilled and you can have more ability. If you do not study the basics properly in middle or high school, you will have a lot of trouble when you enter the university. Then that person's college life becomes miserable. Therefore, how I build up my sincerity through my major is more important than external graduation. That's why while we are on the earth, how old are you? How long you spend time in your church? That is external thing. You know, how can I build up my sincerity? How can I become true man or true woman? How many years? Your career, these are second things. We really have to be sincere to become more mature person, more internal person, more become true man or true woman. Next.
A lifestyle that makes me true. Our faith course is the same. It doesn't matter how many years you've been attending church. It doesn't matter how many years you've been blessed. You know yourself well. You know very well how you studied in high school. If there is a time when you could not earnestly fulfill the responsibility entrusted to you, you should know that your life will be unhappy. If you can't be earnest or sincere in your life and only focus on external goals, you can't develop. There is no such thing as cutting corners in this world. Each of us needs to know when we can be resurrected. We have to be resurrected through the word and live a life of gratitude while steadily improving our skills every day without any gaps. Based on this foundation, we have true human relationships.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Our faith course is the same. It does not matter how many years you have been attending the church. It does not matter how many years you have been blessed. If there is a time when you could not honestly fulfill the responsibility entrusted to you, you should know that your life will be unhappy. October 21st of this month, I think I'm going to be already 2 years already since I came to America. But God asked me that, doesn't matter, you spend 6 months or 1 year or 3 years and 4 years and 5 years. How much do you improve? How much really you guide each one of the brothers and sisters sincerely? How many of them have the life-changing experience, morning devotion? Does not matter how long, how many months, how many years. The content, sincerity, it is everything, my brothers and sisters. If you cannot be honest or sincere in your life and only focus on external goals, you can't develop. You can't grow up. And you will get tired on the way. This is my experience. Whatever I do, just only externally, conditionally, habitually, when I do not put my honest or my sincerity, sure, on the way I will get tired. Sure. However, when I put my honest heart and sincerity and my Jeongseong every second, every moment, whatever I do, at the end, I can feel incredible joy and happiness. That's why Father said, only utmost sincerity moves heaven. Only utmost sincerity moves, your heart and your mind. So happy, so grateful, so thankful. You need to know that, you need to realize that the importance of the sincerity. Sincerity means there is no gap, no vacant. Let's guide us this way. This is because if you really do not put your honest or sincerity, then what's that? You deceive yourself. Deceive yourself. There's no such thing as cutting corners in this world. Each of us needs to know when we can be resurrected. We have to be resurrected through the word and live a life of gratitude while steadily improving our skills and abilities every day without any gaps. Do you agree with me, my brothers and sisters? Today, I talk about a lifestyle that makes me true. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yong, for this incredible message you have blessed us with today. And I can say for sure that we absolutely can feel your sincerity, Dr. Yong, in our hearts every single morning. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. And to share a living testimony this morning, I'd like to invite up Reverend Ernest and Keiko Patton, who just stepped down as the sub-regional leaders of Subregion 2. And so we'd like to welcome them up to share their experience, so Reverend Ernest and Mrs. Keiko Patton.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Yong. It's an honor to be with you and a real privilege to be able to share this morning. We're very deeply grateful for Dr. Yong's every day highlighting very important key messages for us to live by, and today is highlighting a life of sincerity. And we're deeply grateful to our Heavenly Parent and true parents for giving us the marriage blessing, and then to be able to experience leadership positions in providential times like this, and we've received so many blessings, much amazing grace, and really the power to give love in many different situations. We're a 2075 couple, and this is our family at the moment. And 12 years ago, we became local church leaders. And 4 years after that, we became district pastors. And 4 years after that, we became, True Mother appointed us as the sub-regional directors. We've really had incredible experiences of God pushing us to grow.
Wow.
In 2010, our couple was concerned about our local church. And so we began a prayer condition at 6 a.m. for 40 days at the White House Holy Grounds. And near the end of that time, my wife had a dream of True Father. He was waiting outside our front door when we opened the door. And he said, "Can you come with me today too?" And from then, we got inspired to do 3 40-day prayer conditions. And shortly after that, we were asked to become the pastors of the local Northern Virginia Family Church. So we never missed a day during that prayer condition, praying in comfortable weather or in thunderstorms or even in a snowstorm. And then we prayed and worked to see the country fulfill its mission and our brothers and sisters to grow as citizens of Cheonilguk. We had a great experience building community, working on national goals. In the summer of 2012, we both had dreams of True Father washing our feet. We woke up early one morning with this, and excited to share our dream with each other. And Keiko dreamed that Father was using his hands to wash her feet. And I dreamed that I was with a large group of brothers and Father was using a fire hose to clean our feet. But we continued praying. And a few years later, we were asked to become the district pastor couple. 2017, we went to Holy Ground again and conducted a 120-day prayer condition. And at that time, True Mother called all the district pastors to East Garden. And we were completely surprised when True Mother announced the new sub-regional system and picked us to be responsible for Subregion 2. That was an amazing time to be able to work directly with True Mother, receive great love from her. And I've become a much more compassionate, but also more determined leader as a result of that. And Mother's example motivated me, empowered me in many ways, and also us as a couple. And now working with Dr. Yong for the last 2 years, the USA is seeing a similar infusion of love and focus. And I really believe America is being completely revived. And I regret that, as a leader, I was never able to resurrect members like he does. But we're so grateful that, he and President Naokimi have created such an effective national leadership here. So in the 12 years that we've been working directly in providential positions, we've had amazing experiences of the Holy Spirit guiding our activities, working together with so many precious brothers and sisters in our church and beyond our church communities. I wanted to share just a little bit about working as Tribal Messiah. We began blessings people in when RFK Stadium, which is just across the river from here, in 1998, we created a very powerful team in this area, and we were able to send 7 buses of people to attend the blessing at RFK Stadium with True Parents. And subsequently, we encouraged our children to work with us to stay connected, visiting them, shoveling snow, etc. And even now, in the last few weeks, we've been visiting tribe members in our neighborhood, and we've very moved by True Mother's love and example and push. We've been able to create truly a heavenly community. And we've continued blessing people and became a Chunbo family in 2020. And the families that we blessed, some of these photos show people that most of these people we blessed, if they're not already blessed by True Parents, but their gratitude to True Parents and to us and for the meaning and value of the blessing is really wonderful. And it gets shown to us in a variety of ways. Recently we had some very high winds here, and one of the neighbors just came over and said, "Let me fix your roof." Because that's, he doesn't have, I don't like getting up on the roof, but he doesn't mind at all. And another family nearby, a Pakistani family, twice a week, they bring over dinner for us, for our family. They just consistently do that. And another one repairs cars at his home. He's a retired Honda mechanic. And he works on our cars always at a very healthy discount. And when we went around offering the blessing, a couple of families told us, you should run for the county council because the county needs this kind of high quality family values at the center of the government providence. And we've been asked to officiate weddings, sign last wills and testaments, pray for family challenges. And, last Sunday we went to visit a church and told them that we're moving to Texas, and we've been visiting them every other month for several years now. And the pastors there, the couple's gone through all 7 steps of the blessing. And as usual, when they gave the microphone to me, I could use the content from morning devotion to easily inspire them. It's a beautiful gift from Dr. Yong. Every morning we've got new, clear, powerful words to share with others. But also at the end, they asked us, and this was the first time, they said, will you pray to bless our ministry? And we really felt like this was a wonderful experience of Cain and Abel, of, Christianity asking for the blessing of the younger brother.
Wow.
And we felt like we could really claim a victory. And lately we've been witnessing on college campuses. We formed teams across the sub-region. And we couldn't focus only on witnessing, but this is a picture of, some of the experiences we've had. And, Dr. Yong and True Mother have this real emphasis on leaders lead by example. And, we're really proud of Dr. Ashil Akalatsi, and in the bottom corner, you can see Irian Hoffman-Jenkins. They are both exceptional leaders, I feel. Not just external capability, but a deep internal heart and a commitment to uniting with Mother. And it makes a real difference, when we're working as a team, when all the leaders are leading by example. And I just want to say that the foundation of our tribe is strong families, and we want to live as a good example for them. So when we move to Texas, we're going to be living as 3 generations in one family. Also, I'm really grateful, if I could just take a moment to say I'm really grateful to True Parents for giving me my wife. She's my confidant, a strategist, and a great cook. And recently, when Dr. Yong was creating the schedule to come visit each sub-region, and also we were talking about the schedule that his wife would have, we had one schedule arranged, but my wife talked to Dr. Yong and said, you need to come to sub-region 2 when your wife is here. And we really wanted to give God's love to them as a couple. And he commented that a little bit later, that, my wife is a heavenly complainer. But the brothers and sisters here were very grateful, because when they came, they brought the Holy Spirit with them. Yeah. We had been praying through 5 40-day prayer conditions as a sub-region for the arrival of Dr. Yong and Mrs. Yong. Wow. But when this happened, it was just a profound experience. And we are so grateful for the investment that both Dr. and Mrs. Yong made, not just in our sub-region, but in the whole nation. They really represent True Parents effectively, as we all know. Wow. And my wife was the organizer of Mrs. Yong's schedule, and the team here really invested sincere Jongsong in preparing even every meal as well as the schedule. And even one morning, my wife called a brother at 3 a.m. and said, can you run to the wholesale market and buy the freshest, highest quality tuna, so we can make sure Mrs. Yong has great food. So that's the kind of heart that my wife has. But once True Mother came to DC, and we were able to serve her then, and Keiko actually served True Mother food, and she had the same heart when Mrs. Yong came, that this is True Mother's direct representative. And so she checked the food for quality, for flavor, the right temperature, beautiful presentation, everything. And she even went shopping and bought special chopsticks and plates and dishes just for this. So we've had such a deep experience with them just in this one time together. And when the Sunday service concluded, which was also a transition ceremony, really welcoming and inaugurating Dr. Ashil and Katsumi Akalatsi as the new sub-regional directors. It was just such a high spirit for everyone. It was a beautiful experience. And one brother came to my wife after the program, because we served a banquet at the conclusion, and he said, Keiko, you you always eat the leftovers. You always eat last. She, he gave her a hug also at that point, but she felt like, he really understands not just my heart, but true mother's heart, the heart of God, to you sacrifice and serve to make sure your children get the best in the most complete way.
Yeah.
So in these 12 years, I've really witnessed my wife living as with a parent's heart in the body of a servant.
Yeah.
And our motivation was to, give love to the Yong family, but also to all of sub-region. And so we are so grateful that when Dr. Yong came, there was this just wonderful high spirit celebration. And we feel like we can conclude our work as sub-regional directors victoriously. And, we recognize we've been inadequate leaders in some ways, but, many brothers and sisters have supported us, loved us, and worked with us, offering their skills so that, our sub-region has consistently been able to make offerings, successful offerings to true parents and the providential goals of our nation. And we really want to say thank you to everyone, and particularly to Dr. Yong and the members of Sub-Region 2. And Keiko has a couple of words before we go.
Heavenly Parents, true parents, and Dr. Yong, Mrs. Yong, and all brothers and sisters, thank you so much. And also yesterday was the last day our mission, and my husband came back at 11 p.m. So I'm so grateful, my husband. But still, I always felt inadequate, and in many ways, I feel sorry that I should help more, and the Chombo family and the second and the third generation the matching. But we have now new sub-region leader, Dr. Shir and Katsumi-san. Dr. Shir is never upset, and I feel that he has a complete character, and also Dr. Their family, it's especially children. It's really, and they are working together with the parents, and they are the model of the family. So he will be the model for the sub-region leader. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I do not know how should I express my gratitude to your couple. I think your ancestor, I do not know your father or mother who named your name Honest. You are really honest and very, very sincere. That's why I really need to create name very well for my grandchildren, because your name is honest and very, very sincere. Once again, I really appreciate deeply for your couple's incredible dedication and hard work. Today, when I hear your testimonies, are kind of like a farewell greetings, something like that. I know that your couple will go to the Texas, and please do well. We always really remember your great contribution, and especially Keiko-san. I think our Katsumi, the new sub-regional leader's wife, need to inherit your such wonderful Changsong Foundation and contribution. Once again, thank you so much. And then on behalf of all American brothers and sisters, especially Sub-Region 2 brothers and sisters, I really appreciate your great contribution, hard work. 감사합니다. Thank you.
감사합니다.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Reverend Ernest and Mrs. Keiko Patton, for your love and your service. And with that, brothers and sisters, we'd like to take this moment to share any insights and takeaways that we have received from Dr. Yong's guidance and the Patton couple's inspiring testimony. And we just want to go into our breakout room. So if you're prompted to join, please click join. And if you're unable to, please take this time to write down your reflections. Let us go into our breakouts. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you had a wonderful time sharing your insights and takeaways with one another. And to share with the whole community first, I'd like to invite up Mrs. Akemi Hirose. So Akemi-san, if you can please unmute and share.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Yasu. Today, my takeaway is be sincere to yourself. And Dr. Yong said we have to be resurrected through the word and live a life of gratitude while steadily improving our skills every day without any gaps. That's what Dr. Yong said. And yeah, it's almost 2 years for morning devotion started, since morning devotion started. And before morning devotion started, I tend to forget how to be grateful every day. And when morning comes, morning, it's a morning or something like that. But since Dr. Yong started teach us how to be grateful every day, every single day. And yeah, I forgot how to complain the things because every day is so grateful. Yes. Yeah, also I'm really grateful about the testimony of Reverend Patton and Mrs. Patton. Their devotion and praying at the Holy Ground every single day. That there, because of their Johnson, these members are so blessed, I thought.
Yeah.
Thank
you so much, Akemi-san. Yeah, through sincerity. If you put your sincerity, honesty, that's the shortcut way. Anyone put sincerity, for example, in the college or university, your course become more faster. You can get more quickly, like a doctor degree or a master degree, or when we put our sincerity, external result automatically come out. You automatically follow. That's why shortcut way is really sincerity. Thank you so much, Akemi Hirose. I feel that you are a sincere lady, really, really sincere lady. When I see you, every Sunday, I really moved by your such beautiful attitude. Thank you so much, Akemi-san. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Akemi-san, for your wonderful sharing. And to share next, I'd like to invite up Mr. Koji Morimoto. So Koji-san, if you can please unmute and share.
Thank you, Dr. Yong, and hi, everybody. And nice to see you, everybody. My reflection, actually, the Keiko partner and their couple, the substantially responding towards the heavenly parent heart into parents' desires. And they put the Johnson so substantially. Even people say you need to do this, or you need to, like not by the people, by the heart. But also the last word that Keiko Patton-san was testify new sub-region to leader, for new sub-region to leader. New leader is a good person, a good leader, and please take care of him. To give him the, she actually made a praise for them, and it's really the God's heart. I kind of realize, God's heart is this: make praise for someone to live. So really nice, very sweet.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you.
Yeah, just now I saw the Keiko-san's the wedding photo. Wow. She was so thin and beautiful, like a Miss Japan. Wow. The pattern. This pattern, even the family name is a pattern, or the shoulder pattern, like kind of the model course pattern. Wow. Thank you. And Koji-san, how's your Korean wife? She's okay?
We are very united. We have 5 children, very united. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Koji-san. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Koji-san, for your sharing. And yes, really recognizing the beauty of Keiko-san's attitude of the expressing God's motherly heart. And so thank you, brothers and sisters, for sharing your insights and takeaways. But of course, let's not stop here or keep it within Morning Heart Devotion, because we want to share all across the world, because the world deserves true parents' words through Dr. Yong. So whether it be Zoom, Facebook, or YouTube, please share the link so that more and more brothers and sisters will be able to participate and join. And also, we just want to say thank you to Dr. Kylie, as he is preparing the transcripts and the images Dr. Yong uses every single day at edu.famifed.org. And you can always get access and review or watch again past recordings. And also, if you could turn your attention towards the chat, then you'll have the opportunity to click on it and joyfully give from your heart, sincerely, as we have received so much guidance and love from Dr. Yong through Morning Heart Devotion. This donations will continue to support this ministry continue on. And if you want to offer a song or opening prayer, then please message Talzor at TZORER@unification.org. And now, to be able to receive the musical offering, I'd like to invite up the Ogado couple, Mr. and Mrs. Ogado.
Hi, good morning. My wife and I make a recording for the opening song that inspire us to offer that morning devotion, especially to Dr. Yong. Yeah, in the background, like,
Wow, background beautiful.
the background of the song is like, the footprints on the sand. When there are two footprints that you can see, and then you feel like you're okay and you have been carried by, you have been with God. But when you see fading one already, that's the time you say, what, only one? And then that's the time God say, that's the time I carry you. That's the title of the song. So please enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Yong. Good morning, brothers and sisters. We will offer you a song, the title, He Will Carry You.
Okay.
There is no problem to be, God cannot solve it. There is no mountain too tall, He cannot move it. There is no storm too dark, God cannot calm it. There is no sorrow too deep, He cannot soothe it. If He carried the weight of the world upon His shoulders, I know my brother
deep, he cannot soothe it. If he carry the weight of the world upon his shoulders, I know my brother that he will carry you. If he carry the weight of the world upon his shoulders, I know my sister that he will carry you. And he said, come unto me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest. If he carry the weight of the world upon his shoulders, I know my brother that he will carry you. If he carry the weight of the world upon his shoulders, I know my sister that he will carry you. If he carry the weight of the world upon his shoulders, I know my brother that he will carry you. He will carry you. He will carry you.
Thank you. So surprised. Wow. You know, the Ruben, you can sing a song very well. I thought you can't sing so much well, but so surprised. You know, this really Olga the couple, Rosalino, Ruben, thank you so much. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. 감사합니다 once again. Thank you, Olga the couple.
Thank you so much to the Olgato couple for such a beautiful performance and filling our hearts with so much joy. It was really wonderful. And brothers and sisters, to close out this incredible morning heart devotion experience and prayer, I'd like to invite up Miss Yejin Ang to offer the prayer. So Yejin, if you can please unmute and offer your prayer.
Hi. Hello, everyone, and hi, Dr. Yong. Good morning. Yeah, I finally made it. Sorry it took this long, but okay, so please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parent, we're so grateful for Dr. Yong's morning devotion and this time as your children to gather here. And God, when we reflect on your heart, and when I reflect on your heart, there's so much pain, God. But when I look at true parents too, I realize there's so much hope for this world. And it's really because of them that thank God that we can be here and alive. Each and every one of us, we owe our life to you. And we owe our life to true parents. God, we don't want to remember our difficulties, but we just want to focus on what can really bring us closer to you and to the kingdom of heaven. And God, we have so much to repent for, but also we have so much to celebrate that your parents gave to us. And even just through this simple offering of showing up to morning devotion and really trying to unite with Dr. Yong and the leadership who are doing so much to support you, God. We just sincerely hope that we can bring victory to you and to true parents who have shed so much blood, sweat, and tears for the sake of the whole world. Even though the world may not know it yet, you've done so much for us, and we just want to return the favor, God. We really love you so much, and moving forward onto this day, I pray we can always remember you and never forget where we come from, where our origin is, so that we can return the result that you've given to us. So thank you, God. We love you so much, and thank you so much again. And I pray and I pray these things in the name of Yejinong, God adore Yejinong, family, bless your family on you.
예진아, 고맙다. Thank you, our 예진. You know, 예진아, I want to hear your song as well from the morning devotion. Your singing is so beautiful. You need to offer, beautiful song sooner or later. Thank you, 예진. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Yejin, for that beautiful, heartfelt prayer. And we hope to see you singing songs soon. And with that, brothers and sisters, thank you all so much for joining today's Morning Heart Devotion, making this experience wonderful. Dr. Yong, we love you so much. Thank you for always pouring out your sincerity and love for every single message. And with that, brothers and sisters, we wish you a happy, healthy, and victorious day today. We'll see each other tomorrow.
Thank you very much. 감사합니다.